Hi, I'm going to introduce you to the International Children's Digital Library. It is a database of children's literature representing languages and cultures from around the world. I will show you around the site a little bit. If I sign in, I've already registered, so I'm going to click OK, and I have a virtual library card which will allow me to search books in any language that I choose. I can also, up here, if I would prefer to read this website in a different language, I could go up here and choose any other language to read the website in. However, since my primary language is English, I'm going to keep it English. And then over here I can choose to show the books that are available in any of these languages. And you can see there is an extensive range of languages in which I can find books. Spanish is what I'm going to choose. And I have, at this point, 173 books that are available in the Spanish language. Now, some will be only in Spanish. Others, like this one here, could be in English and Spanish, so bilingual. And then there may be others that are available in other languages beyond English and Spanish. So I have put some books into my bookshelf, which is right up here. And if I click on that, then I can go to any of the books I've already saved on my bookshelf. And these are all books that I've found that are available bilingual, Spanish and English. And the one I'm going to focus on right now is called Angels Ride Bikes and Other Fall Poems. And if I click preview, and then you can see a description of the book, and if I click on read this book, it shows me the whole book laid out page by page. And for this particular lesson, I found a poem about El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And what I like about this is that it enables me to read the poem in both Spanish and English side by side simultaneously. So Spanish-speaking students would be familiar with this text and English-speaking students with this text, and they would also be introduced to a Mexican tradition, El Día de los Muertos, excuse my Spanish. And as we read, we would be able to find cognates and discuss text structure, syntax, the tradition itself, and what different things that the people would do to celebrate this holiday in Mexico. And so it just gives a wide range of opportunities just from this one poem. Some examples of cognates as you would read through the poem you could find, and of course, we would read it first in Spanish and then in English, and then you can find a number of cognates. For example, you can find flores and flowers. You can find dedicamos and dedicate, un altar and an altar. Also familiar and family. You can find ofrendas and offerings, recordar and to recall, and música, music, imaginamos and imagine, photo and photo, and then visitar and visit. So, despite my botched pronunciation on some of those words, students would be able to see those cognates, and as a class you could discuss the syntax and the order of the words, and sometimes it being different and sometimes being similar. So there's just so much that you can do with just one particular page of a text. I'm going to go out of that, and you can see that you can enlarge the text. You can also enlarge the whole page. You can make it whole screen. You can zoom in on the whole page, zoom out, and then you can go back to about this book, and you can use these tools over here. Go back to the bookshelf. Here's another example. This is a book that is a little bit simpler text. It's a story, La Vaquinha y su Magia. And here you can see that the text is side by side, or in this case it's parallel on the page. And you can see, if you click on the text, you can see it in enlarged form for both languages, dual side by side. I like that you can choose either to look at one page at a time like this. If I'm up here, and if I click on two page, then I can see the picture and the words at the same time. And I can either click to see the next page, or I can scroll down and click to the arrow. And then you can read it in Spanish and English on the same page. So I'm going to go back to my bookshelf, and this is just to show you just a few that I found that are available in both. They're bilingual on the page. Some are only one language. Some you would find that are only in Spanish. So if I go to simple search and then back to Spanish, I can search this way, and as you can see, for kids, they can search by cover color, they can search by age range, make-believe, true books, short, medium, long, award-winning, fairy tales, kid characters, real animal characters, imaginary creature characters, picture books, chapter books, and then there are even more choices if you click up here. Short story series, all these different choices. Now, that does not guarantee that there's going to be a book available in their language for that specific category, but it does give them a lot of different ways to search for books, and it gives you that ability as well. So I am very impressed with this site, and I just wanted to share it because I think that if you're looking for authentic texts that you can use with your culturally and linguistically diverse students, ELL, whatever you choose to call them, if they are comfortable reading in their native language, this is a way to find really good literature and get them inspired, and then also in many cases you can get a translation of it in English. So I wanted to show you this and really encourage you to use this site. Thanks.